Just literally, the karma's not good for me.
Do you really think that Hugh Jackman is 100% natural? And if not, what do you think he'd be taking? And do you think it's more dangerous to be 100% natural? Or should he in fact be on HRT? Coach Greg, and in today's video, Hugh Jackman, he thinks we're all morons. That's right. He thinks we're so stupid that we're going to believe anything and everything that he tells us. And so Chris Wallace interviews Hugh Jackman, and he's stunned at what he says. And it's not his response to him asking about performance-enhancing drugs. It's that he didn't know what a Wolverine was. He thought it was a wolf. I also thought it was a wolf, and so apparently I'm an idiot too. But even I can tell that Hugh Jackman was not 100% natural for his roles as the Wolverine. And so Hugh Jackman, he got jacked, but he denies ever using performance-enhancing drugs. And so this is big news. It's being reported everywhere. The New York Post, Variety.com, Pabidi. And so everyone's talking about it.
You got so jacked for these movies. And over the years, people have wondered, did he juice? Did he take steroids?
And is Hugh Jackman laughing because how funny is it this old guy looks about 140 and he's asking him, hey, did you juice? Am I the only one that finds it funny when an old guy refers to it as juicing? Not saying steroids or performance-enhancing drugs. I mean, the guy looks 144 and he's asking him, did you juice? How'd you get jacked there, Hugh Jackman? And so Hugh Jackman shrugs it off. Add a little chuckle. Misdirect. Oh, ha, it's so funny that you even asked that. I mean, why would I ever do that? And so is it perhaps only 3 or 4 people that thought he's not 100% natural for these roles? And so why is he laughing this off? Hugh Jackman has to know. He has to have seen the millions, that's right, Rock, the millions of fans.
The Rock came out to surprise the millions
who have speculated that there's no way Hugh Jackman was natural for his roles as the Wolverine. And there's so much you can gather from how people say things the way they say it. Notice how the interviewer says, so jacked. Not just jacked, but so jacked. And over the years, he says 9 Wolverines, not just one, in fact, more than 10 years. People have wondered this. You know he's done his research. After all, he knew that he never knew what a Wolverine was. And so he's done his research on Hugh Jackman. He's watched all the videos. He's seen him say, hey, it's just chicken, broccoli, and rice. You know, train 4 to 6 hours a day.
Class dismissed.
After all, that is the secret. Chicken, broccoli, and rice, 2-a-day training. Why would you ever need PDs? You could just overtrain your body to death, chicken, broccoli, and rice, work all day on a movie set, hardly get any sleep, and bammo, you look like the Wolverine. And consider this, HTLT Subs was not around for his roles as the Wolverine. And so he couldn't have been on G-Test and or ActiBuilder. And not even GO2 Max. And so how is it possible that he could have looked this amazing for all of those roles?
No. I love my job and I love Wolverine. I've got to be careful what I say here.
And so listen to his response. I love my job and I love Wolverine. And so does that have anything to do with taking or not taking performance-enhancing drugs? If he had said, well, I hate my job, and so the answer is no. Versus, I love my job, and the answer is yes, I did in fact take PDs. It's not the case. The reason he's saying I love my job, and I have to be careful here, is depending on what he says, he could lose his job. You think he can be open and honest and transparent and say, yeah, all those years I was on growth hormone, test, trend, D-ball, DECA, I did it all. Me and The Rock, Thor, Nanjiani, we got together, we said, hey, let's call up Michael Hearn, let's call up the Liver King, let's see what they're doing. And so he admits he has to be careful in what he says. And so look at his mannerisms as he answers his question. He's looking away to the side. I gotta be careful here when I respond to this. I gotta be careful what I'm saying. He's in an interview and he has to be careful. And remember, he's been doing this for years. And if he slips up just one time, it's gonna be caught on film. And so he has to be very careful in how he responds.
But I had been told anecdotally what the side effects are of that, and I was like, I don't love it that much.
Yeah, no.
And so he was told what the side effects were. And so clearly it was brought up. Hugh Jackman, we think you should take this and that. He said, well, what are those side effects? Oh, well, it could do this, it could do that. Oh, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. Why do you think in this moment he would respond by saying, I had been told what the side effects were and I didn't like them? Really? You don't like the side effects of PEDs? Well, what about those side effects involving increased muscle mass, growing 10 times faster than last time, getting leaner, being able to eat more food, and being in a calorie surplus, bulking up for the Wolverine? Are those negative side effects? And so not all the side effects are negative. There are, in fact, several positive side effects. I, for one, am on HRT, doctor prescribed. And what are those negative side effects? Smaller testicles. Do I give a shit? No, I do not. The positives of HRT far outweigh the negatives, at least for me.
So, no, I just did it the old school way.
And so rather than doing option one, which had all those negative side effects of which he didn't like, perhaps it was test and trend and Winstrol, GH, who knows what else it was, he opted for option two, the old school way. You know, old school. Let's go back to the good old days. You know, the days of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Rocky and Rambo. What do you think they did? Do you really think that the old school way means 100% natural? Do you really think that Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, you know Sylvester, that guy, do you really think they were 100% natural? And so when you say, no, I never took steroids, I did it the old school way, do you really think that's answering the question saying, no, I never took performance-enhancing drugs? Did he say no to growth hormone, HGH? Did he say no to SARMs? Did he say no to peptides? And does he in his own mind consider HRT to be steroids? Many people say, no, I'm not on steroids. I just take HRT. Well, HRT often involves testosterone, and testosterone is in fact a steroid. And so if you are on HRT, technically you are on steroids. But it's easy to lie to yourself, to convince yourself you're not lying. You're not doing anything wrong. And so rather than saying, look, I never took growth hormone, I never took testosterone, I never took any form of steroid whatsoever, never did any peptides, insulin, nothing. I did it 100% natural because I'm a firm believer that I will never touch any of that stuff. He says, I did it the old school way. And to me, that is answer enough. And many people, they look at these interviews and they just hear what the person's saying. But remember, 78% of communication, it's nonverbal. It's what is he saying between the lines? It's what is he saying that he's not saying? What is his body language, his mannerisms? What are they speaking? Well, they're speaking volumes, at least to me.
And I tell you, I've eaten more chickens. I'm so sorry to all the vegans and vegetarians and to the chickens of the world.
And so rather than saying, yeah, I'm on HRT, yeah, I did growth hormone, he's going to give you one. Well, I ate a ton of chicken, and I know that's offensive to all you vegans out there, but hey, I did that. I ate a lot of chickens. And so he apologizes to the vegans of the world saying, I ate more chicken than friggin' last time. It's not just chicken, it's chicken, broccoli, and rice. But most people are not going to complain about the broccoli and rice. And so by saying, hey, I ate a lot of chickens, and that's bad because, you know, vegans won't like that, he's essentially saying, well, I'm not perfect. I did, in fact, do this to achieve these muscles. I ate all that chicken. And so in admitting to eating all those chickens and apologizing for that, he's misdirecting you. Look over here. Let's stop talking about PDs. Let's not bring up growth hormone. After all, what would people think if I took growth hormone?
Literally, the karma's not good for me. If the deity has anything related to chickens, I'm in trouble.
And just the karma, I mean, I ate all these chickens. I mean, I'm such a horrible human being. Please forgive me. You know, I'm coming clean. I ate chicken. Well, Liver King ate all that liver from animals. He ain't apologizing to no vegan. And yet, what was the Liver King taking? And so the truth, it eventually came out.
Is it true that you thought the Wolverine was a wolf and you started studying wolf moves?
I also thought the Wolverine was based off of a wolf. Did anyone else think that? I don't think that's, shocking. He didn't know what a Wolverine was. I had no clue what a Wolverine was until I did research for this video.
And then somebody had to say, hey, Hugh, it's a Wolverine. It's not a wolf.
Chris, your research is very good.
And so if his research is so good, why did he call up Coach Greg and say, Coach Greg, do you really think that Hugh Jackman is 100% natural? And if not, what do you think he'd be taking? And do you think it's more dangerous to be 100% natural? Or should he in fact be on HRT? After all, he's dieting, cutting down, going to perhaps single-digit body fat to look good for his role. And so what do you think is more healthy? What do you think is better? And so if a Hollywood actor is now in his 50s, he's 54, that's older than The Rock and Mike O'Hearn. Do you really think that a doctor would not prescribe him HRT if he were to go on a crash diet, want to train twice a day? Coupled with the fact you're in a calorie deficit, training harder than last time, perhaps not sleeping as well, being overworked, do you not think that he would not benefit from HRT? And so if he were to go to any clinic and say, hey, I'm 54 years old, I'm doing this and this, I have to get shredded, I have to look this amazing for a role, do you not think they would prescribe hormone replacement therapy? Perhaps testosterone, HGH, MK677, peptides, clenbuterol, Anavar, Deca? Of course they would. And so why do you think Hugh Jackman would remain natural at his age? Of what benefit would it be for him? And previously it was stated that Hugh Jackman would no longer be playing the role of the Wolverine. That he had had enough. The diet, the training is just too much. Or was it perhaps he did not want to take performance-enhancing drugs? But he decided to do it yet again. Him and Ryan Reynolds got together September 28th, made an announcement. I'm back. I'm playing the role Wolverine in Deadpool 3. Let's try and break the record for most money grossed by an R-rated movie. And so do you not think the financial incentive is there? Imagine the money they are willing to pay Hugh Jackman to reprise his role as the Wolverine. Get out of retirement. We want you back. And yeah, I get it. It's 2023. They can obviously CGI a ton of muscle, make him look leaner and bigger than last time, even without going on PDs. But if you're Hugh Jackman, you're 54, and you want to reprise this role, and it's a big undertaking. The training, the dieting, the working so many hours. Why wouldn't he choose to be on HRT? And isn't it sad that he can't just say, hey, I have a doctor. We're working things out. I'm monitored by my doctor, I'm getting blood work done, and the doctor's giving me the hormones that I need to feel my best. Imagine if he had made that answer. Oh, to respond to your answer about steroids, no, I'm not on steroids. I'm not abusing that. That can shorten your life. What I'm doing is hormone replacement therapy. I take exactly what the doctor thinks that I should take to be at my personal best. And that is a private discussion between me and my own doctor, and so I'm not going to get into details. But all you need to know is that I'm being monitored by my doctor, and we're doing things safer than last time. Imagine if Hugh Jackman had said that. Perhaps he says that, then next time the Arnold's asked the same question, he could say the same thing. Although I don't personally believe that The Rock is only on HRT. I don't believe that for 1 second. But the more Hollywood actors come clean, the more others will be able to come clean, the more the masses of people of the world will be able to know exactly what's going on. Gone should be the days where people think, oh, chicken, broccoli, and rice, train twice a day. Get up early in the morning before the sun comes up and train your ass off. Do it again. That's how it's done. Old school. Bull frigging cookbook.
In Australia, we don't have wolverines. I didn't know that was a real animal. I'd never heard of a wolverine. I thought it was a made-up animal, you know.
I also thought it was a made-up animal, some kind of wolverine. It's like a wolf. It's an attacking wolf thing. He likes to go and hunt at night. It's a wolf. Look at my claws. Rawr!
I think you need to go to the zoo. He actually said to me, you need to go to the zoo, which I did, and I was very embarrassingly saw a real live wolverine.
I like how he had to go to the zoo, and all he had to do was go to Google. Hey, what is a wolverine? Oh, it's a real thing. Go to the zoo. Okay. 3-hour trip later, let's go to the zoo. Wow, it's actually a real animal. Versus Wolverine, Google images, and bammo! Do you really think he had to travel to the zoo to see this Wolverine? That he wouldn't type it in a Google search? I don't buy any of it.
But having said that, if there's ever a wolf part, you are...
I'm ready.
You're ready.
And imagine if the video had ended with, and having said that, why is it that you're not on hormone replacement therapy? Why are you not going to see your doctor, getting your blood work done, and monitoring it? Don't you think your testosterone levels are going to be crushed from crash dieting? Are you a little old to go for single-digit body fat? Perhaps it'd be better to be monitored by a doctor. And perhaps you should contact Coach Greg and pick up some GO2 Max. Improve your cardio, perhaps live longer than last time. Or why not take G-Test? You know, increase testosterone the natural way. If you're not taking testosterone, at least elevate your natural production of test. Does that not make sense? Or take Ecti Builder. Has a variety of ecti steroids that have been shown in human human clinical trials to increase muscle mass among actual human beings. And so if you want to take Ecti Builder, G-Test, Retest, or any HELT supplements, please use code GREG. Click the link in the description. You're going to save yourself 10% off. And of course, the sale's still on, 50% off my freaking cookbook. You want to get in the shape of your life, perhaps look like the Wolverine. You want to eat fewer calories than last time while feeling full? Well, pick up my freaking cookbook. Go to the site right now. And don't forget, HELT clothing line, it's there as well. So much going on. Ending it here. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm. Like the video if you liked it. Did you like the video? Did you learn something about Hugh Jackman? Let me know in the comment section. Do I make sense? Watch the tube loops. Follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IB Pro. Cookbooks, trading books, coaching plans by me and my team. The Circle Diet book. And until next time, I am out.